North London suburbia was the scene of the tie we chose in the second qualifying round. This is Underhill, home of Barnet FC. Now that Yeovil's Hewish ground is no more, this is the most famous, most notorious slope in the non-league game. Over the years, some glossy reputations have gone downhill here. On Barnet's honours board, notes of progress to the third round proper frequently punctuate the list.
Bit of pushing there maybe, Rich is in there. What a tangle, Robinson wouldn't go for him, Gatting, good save by Gary Phillips. And there it is, a replay for Barnet on Tuesday, and Barry Fry and his team and their supporters have earned the right to that.
Is that why you dropped that ball the other day, Barry, when you had a fight?
That's what it was, yeah.
Fair enough. Sorry, mate, I didn't know there was nothing wrong with it. Is that where the ball hit you or I kicked you?
Where you kicked me, that was.
Barry Fry and Gary Phillips are again involved in a Barnet Cup campaign this season, but the rest of the team has changed. They've discovered Andy Clark, who's been interesting Manchester United. They've developed Gary Bull, who has more than just a surname in common with his England striker cousin. Here he is scoring against Maidstone United, who've already taken the Vauxhall Conference route into the Football League. Barnet have narrowly missed that promotion 3 times in the last 4 seasons.
How easy is it to persuade a player to come and play for Barnet?
Very easy now. I mean, Barnet's got a great reputation in non-league football, and to be honest, I should imagine the majority of players want to come to Barnet because of what they've heard about Barnet. I think the main thing is Stan Flashman, the chairman, treats the players as well as what George Graham or Terry Venables treats Arsenal or Tottenham players.
I've always been a believer that, and I always say to the players when they come here, that we are a stepping stone to your career in football. If you want to become a professional, Barnet's the team to come to, because you'll find that a lot of scouts come here. We've got a good managerial setup, and Barry Fry knows what he's doing.
What Barry Fry was about to do, only 2 days before the cup tie, was to give the transfer roundabout another twirl. There was a motorway pickup for striker Dave Regis, midfield man Paul Harding, and reserve team player Jonathan Hunt. Ahead of them, a possible chance to discover if they could swim in the deeper waters of the second division. Notts County were dangling the bait. Manager Neil Warnock was hoping to reel them in.
The executive box is up there. We go down from the all-weather pitch is beyond that side. Right. And obviously there's a gymnasium, squash courts, everything in that complex there. You'd have to get used to no slope.
Like Gary Bull, Dave Regis has fame in the family. West Bromwich Albion bought Dave's brother Cyril out of non-league football for £5,000. He quickly scored goals that led on to England honours.
Regis took it down beautifully, 2-1.
While Dave Regis and Paul Harding pondered whether to take the Notts County shilling, Barry Fry was already at work filling a gap that hadn't yet arisen in his own team.
18 grand a week, Sundays off.
Paul Richardson, a midfield player with Kettering, was in Fry's mobile office signing for Barnet. Neil Warnock, in his Scarborough days, was one of Barry Fry's rivals in non-league football. The problems don't change.
What we like as managers is to put the same team out week in, week out, and they get to know each other's play and pattern and everything. That's the ideal thing. But like I say, in non-league football, you can't stand in a player's way of bettering himself and getting on in life. Some clubs do, but we're not one of those clubs.
But not even Barry Fry could control the pace of events. By the time of Saturday's pre-cup tie lunch, Dave Regis was being named as a Notts County substitute. Paul Harding had also signed and could only join the Barnet party as an onlooker.
I like playing at Barnet, it's the best club I've ever played for. It was a very hard decision. The only reason why I signed for Notts County was the reason because of it was second division football, and if it was been a third or fourth division team, there's no way I would have left Barnet.
You know, they're both 26, they haven't played at league football before. They've got this great opportunity. And I felt that if I'd have said no at that time, you've got to come and play for Barnet on Saturday, I don't think they would have been right mentally to give 100% for me or for Barnet. So therefore it was best that they went on Thursday and not waited till after today's game. I'll just remind you about the last FA Cup tie we played, Clapton. We won 2-0, we was awful, and I dropped 4 of you after that game. I dropped 4 of you. Just a little warning, chaps. A lot of you said to me, what are we coming at this round for? We coming at this round because you lot and me ain't done our jobs over the last 3 years. We got knocked out by the likes of these people. So as I said the previous round, it's attitude, attitude. Nobody's doubting we've got the ability. We know we've got the ability. We know we've got the class. But if you're not prepared to go out there, roll your sleeves up and have a go, you'll get beat, chaps. It's as simple as that.
Barnet didn't start well at Braintree's Cressing Road ground. The Premier Division team from the Jewson Eastern Counties League, in the yellow shirts, had the better of the first half hour. This shot beat Gary Phillips, only for Paul Wilson to clear off the line. Disappointment for Gary Harvey. The breakthrough came shortly before half-time. Jeff Cooper's run and pass, Andy Clark's centre, and Roger Willis followed up his own shot to score. Soon after the interval, when Willis went up for a header on the edge of the penalty area, the post denied him a second goal. The bruises may have hurt, but only for a couple of minutes. Phillips' goal kick was helped on in the centre circle by Willis. Clark supplied the through ball, and Willis continued his run to provide the finishing touch. The former Grimsby Town forward was now on the scent of a hat-trick. Cooper's second cross here gave him the chance. The woodwork frustrated him again, and it was 2-0 at the end. Absent friends in Nottingham and on the bench may have been missed in spirit, but not in fact.